Guys, what is up? What is up? What is up? Welcome back to Cryptocurrency Theory, guys. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back. You got me, Colonel Sanders, here today, giving you a live update, live stream on crypto prices, guys. And maybe a little bit of the news here. We'll see how much enthused I am to go through it here, guys. So, guys, what's going on? Talk to me. What's up with these crypto prices here recently? They've been kind of doing their thing here. We're seeing a major market shift, guys. I met up with someone yesterday that I've known for about 7 years and had an in-depth discussion for roughly 9 hours in my car talking about various crypto topics, guys. So I'm not gonna lie, uh, still mentally recovering from that. Obviously when you have an in-depth conversation that long, emptying out your brain, basically it takes a minute to kind of refocus in on what we're doing here, guys. So welcome back to the channel. We are going to be refocusing in here on these prices here on the channel as we see increase in price, as we see the market move, guys. I mean, the market is on fire right now, and I want to be clear. It doesn't mean that every coin you're holding is doing necessarily phenomenally well, but we always hear this right around the corner thing. And as the closer we get to 2 trillion, guys, if we don't retrack, you expect some of these coins to kind of continue to join here, guys. So I don't know where Sex Addict is today, but Sex Addict, shout out to your Jasmy coin. You're up 153%. WorldCoin coming in at almost 200% up. We're seeing Fetch AI. We're seeing Singularity Net. We're seeing coins that I wouldn't buy, guys, that are maybe riding this AI boom. If you guys like these coins, let me know how they're doing since we made the videos on them, guys, because they are absolute, in my opinion, still absolute junk. So, guys, drop it in the chat. Let me know here. We're looking at filecoin. We're looking at the graph. We're looking at filecoin. We're just looking at overall market shift on the upside, guys. And like I said, it doesn't matter what coins I hold. The numbers don't lie. These coins are up 125, 77%. So just bear in mind, guys, the coins that I don't necessarily like doesn't matter what happens with the price, right? So 12 billion on Tron, guys. I mean, we're gonna hit all-time highs on Tron here, probably likely. So talking about some coins, guys, come on down if you got time. Positron, using words from astronomy here. Positron, boson, meson. There we go. So yeah, Tron, guys, check it out. On the chart here, you'll see kind of what we got going here on dollars. It's not looking good for dollars, guys, because it looks like these cryptos are all rising on dollars right now. So maybe the dollar is collapsing. It does appear that way outside crypto world, guys. It looks like the dollar is losing more and more value by the day. See here if anybody's arrived here. So yeah, I mean the guys, the prices are running a bit. So we have to keep in mind that just because one day we've had a lot of days, guys, that have been kind of mediocre, I feel like recently for a lot of the coins we talk about, but this trend was kind of the trend that we saw. This was kind of the trend we saw for the last few months, on a lot of coins, and we just kind of started the descending up. So I was talking yesterday. I was hyping up the idea, guys. I think that we're on the initial climb up on the overall crypto market, and I think that actually happened a few months ago, as a lot of these coins were kind of they've been dormant for a while, guys. A lot of these coins have been dormant. You can actually look up the data and see that a lot of these coins, a lot of the wallets have been dormant and growing at the same time. We saw Litecoin over the summer last year hit an all-time high in new wallet addresses. Not saying it's the end-all be-all, but when we see this kind of stuff, we see increased action around some of these coins. We've seen direct exposure to BTC, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. I mean, we're at 51,000, guys, and 3,000. Those are pretty high numbers, and we have consistent coins like WorldCoin pumping 20%. I mean, it's up almost 200% for the week. So it's came all the way up. It's now, it's reaching all-time highs every day. So when we see these type behaviors in various coins, I mean, it's up 8x from September. So, it's up 800%. So it leads me to believe that there maybe be a more of a push into, basically a flush of altcoins. I mean, Binance coin is approaching 400, guys. So it's not just like we're not seeing the crypto behavior where it's like one coin randomly going up like randomly. We're seeing multiple coins experience an upside push. And like I said, not all of them are hitting all-time highs, but we're seeing, nonetheless, we're seeing an overall market shift up, is what I'm saying. Filecoin doing pretty impressive recently as well. Hedera, VeChain, you know, some of these newer age coins for people that, you know, I don't want to say new, but newer into crypto. You know, these have all been going up. We've experienced all this, guys, recently. So, I mean, if you look at Filecoin, guys, it's doing pretty darn good as well. I mean, we might hit all-time highs on a lot of these coins. And I'm going to be honest, guys. I think if the prices go back up to where they were, and the excitement does get going again, I don't think a lot of people are still going to come to this channel, guys. I'll tell you why. Is because, guys, I made videos back at the end of last rally, and every video was hit 800 times, guys. And what I'm trying to explain to you by that analytical data that I'm telling you is that I just still believe that the hype is, you know, not happening. I don't think there's really any hype in crypto right now. I'm gonna be honest, guys. Like I don't feel the hype in the day-to-day world that leads me to believe we're anywhere near, you know, anywhere near where we're going. All right. Guys, drop it in the chat. Let me know you're here. Let me know what's good on your prices. Let me know what you're thinking on some of this stuff. We obviously, you know, can't predict the future with a crystal ball, but if we're seeing 8x spell on fire today, yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of coins that are just hitting green, you know, and they're not. And guys, the difference in hitting green and going up 200% on a major token, you know, that's a different story than just, you know, a random coin going up at a random time. So yeah, I mean, yeah, they're looking at Spell token. I don't really know anything particular about this token. It's a it looks like it's an Ethereum token, but I would say like expect some of these ERC20 tokens to maybe start moving as well. You know, I mean, it's a possibility, guys. When we see an increase in the overall crypto market cap, we expect a majority of coins to start moving. At least that's what I expect. And the top 100 has been doing just that. You know, we've been getting 100, 200%, 50%, 30% on the weekly charts. Jasmine, like I said, community member Sex Addict, he's been holding this coin 150% in the week, and it was already going up last week too. Same with Singularity Net, Fetch AI, Render, Siacoin. We've been talking about all these coins here, guys, on the channel. Caspa up, even though we're already 88,000% up. What's another 21%, right? So we're seeing a big flush of green, guys. Even these coins that have kind of fallen off the top 100 have, in the last few weeks, returned back to the top 100. And they're also up to, you got Gnosis, guys, up to almost $1 billion. So, you know, a lot of these coins are increasing a considerable amount. You know, not just Alan, what's good, my guy? So we got Alan, guys, back in the chat. We got UWGB fella in the chat. And we're going through some of these prices. We're going through some of this stuff. Alan's Injective is still going up at 35 bucks. So, I mean, we're getting not just a big price push in the crypto market. We're getting a major price push on the upside in like every coin. So when we add 500 billion, guys, you got to remember that was, you know, we added 30-40% in the last couple weeks overall. So we were at 1.5 trillion. We're approaching 2 trillion. So we added like 30 something percent, you know, approximately 30% overall money into the crypto world. So when you add a third of something, guys, that's a considerable amount rather than just, you know, adding 100, 200 billion a couple days. We've added 500 billion in the last few months. And a lot of that has been pretty aggressively recently. You know, that has been, I would say in the last 2-3 weeks, we've seen a massive run into it, right? I'm gonna throw on these glasses, guys, and see if See if YouTube recognizes it. I don't know if I think I did put a thumbnail, so that's kind of pointless. YouTube's got a real cool way of recognizing certain things, guys. When I do these streams, if I don't have if I don't have something in place like a thumbnail or something, it'll say it'll pull something from the video that's a little bit different or a little bit of different angle. So sometimes I just try to see what YouTube is cracking out for me. Do you consider DeFi and privacy coins in the same category? No, I don't. And I'll tell you why. You can achieve privacy, guys, without using a privacy coin. We've seen this on Cash Fusion on Bitcoin Cash. But if we're looking at privacy-focused coins like Monero, I would say specifically Monero, because even Zcash, only a small amount of transactions are actually using the privacy functions, shielded addresses. So I would say like DeFi, in my opinion, is more of these gambling type casinos like we see on Flamingo Finance on Neo. We see, these synthetic tokens. We see, do those offer privacy? Yes. I mean, we still can't, rule out stuff like Tornado Cash, guys. I mean, sure, Tornado Cash hasn't done the amount of, if we look at Tornado Cash as a single thing, there's more people, I would say, using Monero than, has in totality than they've used in Tornado Cash. So there's different ways and different things you can approach towards DeFi. I'm not saying that DeFi doesn't offer privacy. I just think that a privacy coin like Monero, a privacy coin focused like Zcash, the shielded transactions, and maybe a DeFi thing like Flamingo token, those aren't the same things, right? Those are different. That's different engineering from at a root core. That's different. Their DeFi engineering is different from the privacy focused coins, I would say, right? Is that a fair statement, guys? Guys, drop it in the chat. I'm not always right, but I'm never wrong, at least in my head. But I like to know kind of like the opinion, if you guys think it's pretty good, let me know. But I wouldn't rule out DeFi as being a big player in the game, guys, because I think DeFi is going to happen on a variety of different current projects that are already out there, guys. And for the most part, it actually is happening right now. It's just not blown out of proportion right now. But DeFi is basically any coin can offer DeFi. Any blockchain project can offer DeFi. It's just a matter of whether or not there is any kind of incentive to. Is there any kind of, we have to ask ourselves, what is the reason? What is the timeline? What is the reason that this is popular right this second? Just like WorldCoin, it's up 200% because of this text video AI thing that generates, like you plug in a text, it cranks out a high def video, right? But in reality, those plugins have existed on ChatGPT and other AIs. You can already do that for, not I wouldn't say a while, but a pretty good chunk of time. And if you look at that, what does that have to do with the token price? Like I don't see everybody deploying, maybe they are, but I don't see everybody deploying using WorldCoin as a means of payment to do these things. So sometimes these coins we find out they're up, and then suddenly we want to buy them. So in my opinion, if you're playing that strategy, I think it would make more sense to be in the coins. And if you are using them as gambling tools or investment type things where you don't plan on staying in the coins, you should be finding your way out. You should be looking for the exit door. And a lot of times when these coins go up, guys, that's what you're seeing. Is you're actually not seeing what you think you're seeing. What you're seeing is a market price that is being dumped for a specific narrative, right? Like with WorldCoin, there's somebody obviously dumping these WorldCoins tokens, and there is people reading the news buying these WorldCoin tokens. So obviously, if you have that occurring, you're going to have a system that is going up in price, likely. And that's what we've seen with WorldCoin over the last few days. That's what we've seen in filecoin. Not saying that, I don't want you guys to take it out of context, guys. I'm not saying that there's like the WorldCoin Foundation dumping on you, but I'm not saying that's not the case. And even in the coins of it is the case. You have whales dumping on you. You have, these big bag holders are going to sell their coins. And if there is hype around these coins, there are people buying the coins. So do you think they're really concerned about where they're buying? They're trying to get in on the hype. So if you put those two things together, you have a increase in price that appears to us as the front end user you know, a coin going up. That is essentially what it is. So we have to make sure that if you are playing these gambles, you should be in them and be looking for the exit. Not saying that you shouldn't be building over time. You know, some of these people buying WorldCoin might be holding it 20 years from now. But I would say, guys, most of these people are not holding these coins as long as you think. I mean, I've been holding my coins 7 years, and the coins that I've sold, you know, I held 3, 4 years, and I can't get those positions back. So, you know, have a few experiences like that, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. So, uh, basically, the main thing, guys, is you want to make sure that like you're not going into this stuff based on, oh, I suddenly want to go in because I got to do this. You never have to do anything. You never have to get in on any of these coins. You could simply watch this channel and not even own crypto, but you'd still get something out of the channel, right? So my point is, we're looking at the top 100 coins regularly on the channel, guys. And what we've regularly seen over the last few weeks is an increase of 500 billion approximately over the last few weeks, months, right? That's fair. Which is a third, a 30% gain overall in the market cap of the overall crypto market. So what we've seen, guys, is we've seen an increase in price among a variety of coins, and I think this trend will continue as long as we have inflows into the overall crypto market. I think it's a matter of time also, guys, to consider that some of these events, guys, that we look at on the channel are coming up. We got a BCH halving in 42 days, Bitcoin Cash halving in 42 days. In 50 days, we have the Bitcoin SV halving. In 58 days, we have the Bitcoin halving. In 110 days, so these are all less than a year. We have all of these coins in less than a year: Zcash, Zen, Litecoin, Dash, ETC. We have all these coins kicking into place where if there is an increase in demand, there's now less coins coming into circulation. So we can theorize that less supply coming in is going to create higher price for what is around. But also we got to think the miners and people that have been mining these, they're going to want to dump. So they're going to want to dump very aggressively. And that's even a bigger precursor for prices to go up even more, in my opinion. And I know a lot of people disagree with me on that. A lot of people will think, well, if there's less coins coming in, you're insinuating there's less coins to go around, you know, and it's basic economics. If the demand stays the same and there's still less coins coming around, the price should go up. But I actually think a little bit different. What I think is there's going to be a lot of people selling, a lot of people buying, and the exchanges are going to use that as a price point to pump these coins as high as they will go. And I think you'll see coins that are specifically on Binance, specifically on, you know, not specifically, but for the most part, if some of these coins are secluded to a specific, or, you know, they're on a specific exchange with a lot of volume, but they're basically nowhere else with a lot of volume, you'll see those specific coins go up, I think, more than you'll see a broader crypto market go up. Give you an example, we saw this with Binance a few years ago, where we saw coins right being listed on Binance would soar 300-400%, but it's because there was nowhere else to trade these coins, right? It's different stuff to consider. I'm not saying it's true or not. All I'm saying is that less stuff coming into circulation, buying staying the same, will automatically shift the price. But I really actually firmly believe, guys, that a lot of these price pumps that you want to try to capture, if that is the goal, you want to make sure that you're not trying to get out at the top, because you might not get out. You might, you know, you might be caught coming down. So again, I don't plan on exiting, you know, basically any of my cryptos. You guys know my strategy. I've told you a billion times on the channel, guys. I'm going to be exiting the grayscale, but that is going to be used as a tool to come back in over time and purchase more of these cryptocurrencies. So it's actually, I'm actually gambling, guys, with my grayscale stocks. And it's a pretty large portion of my portfolio, guys. I mean, I've gone through my portfolio a couple times with you on the channel, but you know, that part, if it gets sold off, you know, that will give me longevity over time. And guys, it might make sense looking back that I should have just held the grayscale stocks, but You have to do this in a systematic order, or you're not going to ever come up in this crypto space, because you can't just come in here one time and expect everything to work out every time you think that's the way to go. It'll just never happen that way. It's based on the amount of time and effort you put into learning about the stuff will be directly correlated to how well you do. So, and that's in everything, guys. That's not even just in crypto. What you spend your time focused on, well, what that'll be what happens in benefit to what you're trying to do. If you just casually come in here and try to do it one time, that might work one time, but that likely won't work every time after you think that time is going to be the same. You know, I've seen that plenty of times where people come in and bada boom, bada bam, they're broke. You know, they lose it all very quickly. So again, like the grayscale stocks, like I said, those are going to be exited, and they might be repurchased at a later date, but I'm not really willing to just bet that I'm going to time the market perfectly, guys, and try to get out of all these cryptos when I know I'm not going to get out. I'm going to end up left with nothing but a bunch of useless dollars to buy these same cryptos at a higher price, because that's what usually happens. Like if you try to dump your entire bag, and I recommend doing it. You guys do it anytime you want. You guys can always hit the sell button. I recommend dump your entire bag of a small holding that you have, that you think that you don't want anymore, and come back to that coin later and try to get way more. It's hard to do. I haven't, Alan. I haven't been at home. I've actually, the reason, guys, I haven't been on early is because I've been staying out late recently. I've been sleeping till like 7:30, 8 o'clock, which you guys know that I get up early, but here over the last, I would say, month, I've been out as late as like, I didn't get home till like 11:30 last night, guys. So, you know, expect the channel, guys, to kind of wobble a bit on when I come on here. I've actually, Alan, I don't think we've seen each other in the stream in over a week, because I don't think I've been on here but maybe once or twice in the last week during the morning time. And it's simply, guys, because I you know, I got to make a living here. You know, I love doing these streams, but I gotta put the bills first. What's going on with CSW? I have been reading now, guys. I haven't been watching the live stream, and the reason what Alan's talking about is he's talking about you can stream the Copa versus Craig Wright case on your computer or your device or whatnot. You just have to ask permission from the courts, and you guys can go online and find that how to do it. It's not difficult. Alan sent me the link, but I'm sure there's places where you can go to see it. You can watch the live court case. I have been catching some of the highlights from it, though. I have been seeing some of the news stuff, and I have been, I'm drawing a blank on it, but I have been following it kind of broadly, Alan. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting stuff, guys. So, you know, maybe check that out if that's something that interests you. Yeah, you know, I've been having trouble getting on here. You know, it's been rough here. So, you know, try to cater to everybody, guys. Try to get on here and talk about stuff as it moves. But you know, it's tough. You know, so yeah. Alan's saying that Adam Back was a witness, guys. So a lot of big things. You know, a lot of big things. You know, when Blockstream starts coming in, expect there to be some type of there's something big going on. And I don't want to tie it just to Bitcoin SV or Bitcoin or anything like that, guys, even though that's directly what the case is about. This could have a bigger shift into how we look at a lot of things depending on the outcome of this case, guys. I mean, people like Adam Back don't take time out of their day unless they have to. People like Jack Dorsey don't take time out of their day unless they have to. CEO of WorldCoin is up 200%. They don't take time out of their day unless they have to. So if you think about all these people that are in court on a regular basis, and if they're not in court, they're paying somebody to be there on their behalf, wouldn't you think that has something to do a little bigger than just a he said, she said? Guys, drop it in the chat. Let us know. Let us know if we're liking the channel. Let us know if we're liking the chat. And let you know that we're loving you guys being here. So we got Alan in the house. We got UGB fella. We got me. We're talking up the prices a bit, guys, because they are going up. You know, nothing's ever for sure. We never can predict tomorrow. But like I said, if you guys have your positions in place, like, you guys are smart. You know, that's kind of the idea here. All right, guys, we will catch you in the next stream. I got to get out in this fucking world and try to make it happen. So good luck, everybody. Let me know what happens, and we'll be catching you guys in the next stream. Take care, Alan.